telling you who we have here. Belina Talajanash. And he's the one in the orange sweatshirt. Everyone else here is supporting him and creating his artwork. He is a local artist. He's working on a continuation of a series he started in 2022. And this is glass and concrete coming together for this project. And of course, we're just going to be working on the glass portion today. But these pieces on the front pedestal kind of give you an idea of how the glass pieces and the concrete pieces would be interlaid or interlocked. So he'll create some more of these forms later on in his own studio on his own time. But we're working on some pieces of glass that will be similar to these individual forms here.
That's cool.
So the concept behind this series is kind of interplaying strength and fragility of concrete glass. And of course, the glass portion is a little bit difficult to do without a team and without a large hot shop like we have here. So he's in here for residency for 3 days, all the way through Friday, creating these pieces. And this is just the very first one we're working on today, so we're still seeing how things are playing out. Also, the center bench, we've just attached a second pipe basically to the very end of our piece. That means that we're getting ready to break the piece off from its original pipe that we built it on. To break a piece off, we're dipping some tweezers into some water and applying that to the glass right where it's connected, which is cracking it. And we just tap the pipe, and that should pop right off. So we'll do this for basically any piece we make in the hot shop, whether it's sculpted, whether it's blown. We always have to get access to the other side of the piece. So now we'll be able to finish this form off, probably by rounding that other end.
That's cool.
Oh, and if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to let me know. I can ask questions to the museum artists. I can answer questions about the museum or the hot shop in general.
How hot's the furnace? How hot does the furnace get? How hot does the furnace get?
So the furnaces that we are using in here, there's two different kinds. The one we're using right now that gets between 21 and 2300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
And I think it's usually on the higher end of that usually. And then the other furnace I want to point out is the tank with a closed door. That is our glass furnace, one of two of them anyways. And those literally hold molten glass inside of a ceramic crucible inside of them at 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. And a lot of our stuff in here runs off of natural gas, so we have some natural gas torches. The furnaces are natural gas.
It's pretty cool. It is. Look at that. This video is going on YouTube.
Also, if you guys are curious, we're waxing this little board that we have over here. This is a piece of kiln shut. And we make sure that it's fully waxed before we use it, just to make sure the glass doesn't stick to the board or pick up particles off of it.
That's cool. He's down there dropping stuff. Whatever works. Oh my god. That's freaking. You want it to go on YouTube, be quiet.
can you tell when it's hot enough? How can you tell when it's hot enough?
So the only way to tell if something is hot enough, because it really depends on the color that you're using and the thickness of the glass, you have to just look based off of movement, and that tells you how malleable it is. So it's never an exact amount of time, it's more so they're watching how it's kind of moving around inside of the furnace and then they come back out. Yeah, we usually work with a glass when it's kind of a taffy or putty texture. In this case, it looks like it might even be just a teeniest bit hotter than that. When it's completely molten, it's like a honey texture, by the way. So, might be a little bit hard to see from where you're sitting, but we're cutting the very end of this piece off, which is giving us a much more rounded end to our piece. Now we have almost kind of a squash or eggplant shape. And these are all just various abstract shapes, abstract organic shapes, I could say.
Why they made it a cone in here?
So the cone is actually more aesthetic than anything. It's based off of these wood burners we used to have along this waterway here that were used for burning wood scraps. And we, of course, don't have those anymore. They cleaned up the area, they took all that down. And so this is kind of paying tribute to what the area used to be before it was cleaned up a little bit and the museum was built. And then, of course, it's very tall and silver, mostly just to be flashy more than anything else, of course. But it is tilted on its side, which gives us more floor space, so it is pretty functional as a hot shop. And of course, it was originally built to be a hot shop as well. It was never anything else other than a hot shop.
Does it help with ventilation at all? Does it help with ventilation at all?
I mean, it relatively works with the ventilation. We have cold air pushed in down here, actually, on the hot shop floor. And there's a big fan you can see there that pulls the hot air out. But I've seen other hot shops that are much shorter, and we don't need all of that excess space, you know? So it is helpful in some ways. It allows the heat to rise, but we don't need that much space, for sure. So we're going to use this setup in the front again. It looks like this time we're going to squish the piece of glass, kind of like we're using a rolling pin, interestingly enough. And this is something I haven't seen before in the hot shop, so this is pretty interesting to me.
Back in there. Do you want to go see the rescue museum and then come back to this? You can always come back, they'll be further along later.